guys, all right, well, taking a break from the Integra today to work on the TL. Today it's got some little oil leaks. You know, it's a 2007. It's got like 240,000 miles on it. She's a driver, so obviously she's got a couple of leaks on it. So I'm going to be changing both the valve cover gaskets today, and I'm going to be changing all the O-rings down by the oil filter and the VTEC solenoid. So I'm just going to prop up the camera, put it into hyperlapse, and let you guys watch. Oh, big shout out to AHC Garage down in Florida. If you've ever seen any of their videos, go check them out. But I watched their restoration of their 2007 TL Type S. Gave me tons of inspiration. And then the mechanics, those guys are awesome. They walk you through everything. So I watched their video and I'm like, yeah, piece of cake. So now I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do step by step because you should go see their video if you want step by step. They're trained, accurate mechanics who know what they're doing. But hey, you know, I'm just a garage mechanic and I'm gonna have some fun. So it's time to go through the gears on the TL. All right, so the first thing you gotta do is take all these engine covers off. We're gonna be taking out that strut tower bar and loosening up the intake manifold, getting rid of the air box and taking off the throttle body. Then we're gonna put it up in the air and I'm gonna come down on the passenger side. We're gonna take off the tires, take off the inner fender wall, and then we'll be able to access the oil filter and the VTEC solenoid to replace all of those gaskets. So let's get to it. Alright, so I got the valve covers up and then I went ahead and put it up on jack stands because besides doing the valve covers, I'm also going to replace some O-rings around the oil filter housing and the VTEC solenoid because they're leaking there a little bit. And we're about to go on a pretty long road trip, so I'm actually going to raise it back up. That's the nice thing about having the Tanes. Wait a second, is it Tane? Is it Tane? Nice thing about them is they're fully ride height adjustable, so I'm going to raise it up so it's a little more comfortable. I don't have it slammed as it is, but it'll just make it a little more comfortable on the long road trip. So I've got both front and rear valve covers off. I cleaned them up. You know, they were factory Honda stuff, but they were old. The pre-cat gets really hot and heats up the thing, and it became real brittle right in this area. So I've cleaned that up as best as I could. I've got them sitting in the parts washer, so they're cleaning up really nice. And then we'll install them in just a minute. The passenger side is a disgusting mess because of the oil leaking out of that area. So we're going to pull that whole guy off and replace those O-rings and then clean it all up really good. All right, so I've got that piece out. As you can see, there's a lot of leakage out of there. That O-ring that is still in there is probably original. It's old and crusty, so we're going to go ahead and replace that. Alright, so for this assembly we've got three different O-rings. We've got an O-ring for the VTEC solenoid. We have the large O-ring, and then this O-ring is for the solenoid itself. Sorry, pressure sensor, solenoid, and the thing itself. So first we're going to go ahead and clean this up a tiny little bit, and then we'll go ahead and install all these O-rings. now that I've got everything cleaned up and ready to go, we're going to go ahead and remount it. This guy's going to go right here. There's just three 12mm bolts. And I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the fast way. I'm just going to throw it at it. Bam! Okay, I know that's cheating, but hey, who wants to watch me put in 3 bolts? All right, prelude my oil filter and we'll put the new filter on. Don't worry, I am going to come back in here and use some purple power to clean all this up once I'm done with all of this. And we're good to go down here. All right, well, we got that all done. So the last thing we need to do is raise the ride height for the road trip. So we'll throw it into hyperlapse and I'll get this done quick. I'm just going to show you one because if you know how to, you already know how to. If you don't, they're all the same. Well, we've got the tines, tane. Hey, put it in the comments. How do you pronounce it? Do it phonetically because I'm stupid. But we're going to raise them up. We'll raise up like a 1/2 inch. So that's going to be like 4, maybe 5 spins on the rings. And then we'll be good to go. So let's get to it. Well, that was a piece of cake. All right, 3 more wheels to raise, and then I will do the valve covers, and we're pretty much done. So, I'll catch you at the wrap up. All right, let's see, where did I leave off on the TL with you guys? Did I put the valve covers? I don't remember. But here we are. So TL is pretty much done. She's just waiting for the afternoon, evening for the temperature to come down so I can give her a good engine bay cleaning. But otherwise, she's good to go. So if you recall, I just changed the valve cover gaskets. I also changed all the gaskets down on the oil filter neck and the VTEC solenoid area because it was, you know, it's gushing oil. Like if you look in here, it's disgusting. So this afternoon, because remember I'm in Phoenix and it's blazing hot out there. This afternoon, I'm going to go ahead and pull her out and give her a good bath, just because she needs it now. It's horrible. So, all right. So let's see. I think I've got you guys caught up on a whole bunch of stuff. The Integra motor is done, so that's awesome. So look forward to future episodes as I refurbish the exterior and stuff like that. Because now that the drivetrain, suspension, it's all good to go. Pretty much brand new and refreshed. Really my long-term goal for the Integra, besides, you know, just freshening her up and making her look amazing, because she's an 86 Integra and you never see those anymore. And every time I drive it, I get tons of like thumbs up and woohoo, that thing looks awesome. Haven't seen those forever. But my long-term goal for that is to just kind of refurbish it, make it look good, kind of resto mod it, and then do track days in it. Because as I'll explain in a future video where I go over the Integra, and well, now that I'm thinking about it, I need to do one for the TL, one for the MDX, one for the RDX. Yeah, I got 4 Acuras. I love Acuras. But this light right here is my 5th first-gen Integra that I've owned. And my very first one, it's got to be my favorite. I mean, it was the first car I ever bought. I'll tell you the whole history, but I used to autocross it all over the place. And my brother had one too. He had a same silver 87 Integra, though he had the LS with AC and all that stuff. Mine was just RS. But yeah, autocrossing it is tons of fun. You know, it's not the fastest car in the world, but it's fun. And I just want to make it so that, you know, I can go out and have some fun on when I'm out on the canyon roads and stuff like that. So, all right, so I'm going to wrap up this one. I appreciate you guys hanging out, watching my videos. Bear with me because, you know, I'm a brand new YouTuber. I'm a dad whose girl said, "Hey, Dad, you should make a YouTube channel about the Integra." And I'm like, okay, that sounds good. So, what do I have to say? What do every YouTuber say? Like, subscribe, and smash that no, wait. It's like, no, it's subscribe, like. You got to smash something somewhere in there. So you guys know what to do. I'm the newbie here. So, All right, that's it. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go through the gears.